Hey everybody, Movie Reviewer Next Door here, and I'm back with another review. And this time I saw Double Life. This is a 2023 mystery thriller film directed by Martin Wood, and it stars Jasivia Leslie, Pascal Hutton, Vincent Gale, Niall Matter, John Cassini, and Carmen Moore. In this film, a widow finds out from her late husband's mistress that his death was not an accident. Both women work together to unmask the truth behind the man they both loved. So, what did I think of Double Life? Well, here's the thing. This is a very Lifetime-esque movie, and you can see that in the director's other films. He's done mostly he's done mostly Hallmark films. Hallmark films and Lifetime films are kind of wanting to get one in another. Hallmark movies are mostly directed TV movies that are romance movies or Christmas movies or about holidays. And Lifetime movies are usually thrillers. So you've got a little bit of both of that in this film, and I enjoyed it. I know I'm a simple person. I'll get to why, but let me get to the cast. Jasivia Leslie plays Jo Truzot. I actually liked her. I liked both of our leads here. She does a good job with the emotional stuff. She never seems like she's overdoing the acting or anything. It seems pretty natural. She's funny. She has her moments. I like that they didn't make her like girl bossy or anything. It's just just a normal woman, and I like that with flaws. Patricia Pascal Hutton. It's kind of an odd name for a woman. Or for anybody, plays Sharon Setter. She is the wife of this guy that was murdered. I liked her too. Again, she has some moments where she does some fun things, and her acting, for the most part, really works. Vincent Gale plays Larry. I think this is the guy that like has a thing for Sharon. He was fine. Niall Matter plays Mark. No, wait. John Cassini plays Louis Strand. He's one of the antagonists of this movie. He works well. He's creepy enough. And Carmen Moore plays Detective Carmen Traxier. Carmen playing Carmen. Interesting. She was fine. Pretty. I'll say that. I guess I can buy her as a detective. She's not like so pretty that it's annoying. There is one part where she literally comes into the interrogation room from a date, and I'm like, this actress, they wanted her to come in wearing something pretty, you know it. Or maybe she was on another film shoot. But here's the thing with this film. This is very much basically a Lifetime movie given a bit of a bigger budget. Now, it's not like this has like insane action set pieces or they go to a billion locations. They don't. It stays mostly in what I think is New York. It might be Chicago. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. But I can see if it says where it was filmed. No, it doesn't say. But this is basically a Lifetime movie plot given a bit of a more decent budget. Now, I don't think it was like a huge budget, as again, I don't recognize any of the actors in this, but I do still think that it looks a step above a Lifetime movie. Not that Lifetime movies look bad, they just usually have that kind of look to them where they just look kind of simple. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And this film doesn't do anything like insane with it. It's not like it's not like it's super complex in how it's made or anything. There's just a sec. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's not like this movie is insanely complex in how it's made or shots or anything. It's just a very competently made mystery thriller film. And some days, like, well, I mean, I don't know, something about a story where a mistress and a wife of this one guy have to work together to and set aside their differences in order to find out why the husband was killed. I don't know, something about it sounded intriguing. Now, again, is this an original concept? Probably not, but off the top of my head I can't think of like an obvious movie that's like this. It's usually like, oh, the mistress is the villain or whatever. Like, again, Lifetime movies are usually like domestic thrillers, specifically domestic about like, oh, teen pregnancy or my baby was stolen. How many fucking times has Lifetime done the fucking my baby was stolen or my baby was switched at birth and now I realize that they don't look like me. Like, even though there are movies like that I've enjoyed from Lifetime, it does get a bit old. Um, but how did I watch a lot of Lifetime movies? May you ask? May you be asking? Even though you're probably not, I'm gonna tell you anyway because it's my channel. Fuck you. My grandpa, back when he was still alive, we'd like watch a random Lifetime movie, like whenever I'd stay over at his house, and I was always entertained by them. Like, there were always weird bits to them. I always thought something was a bit off with certain things. Sometimes the acting wasn't amazing. Sometimes there'd be a weird looking set. But for the most part, they were like fun movies. Like, maybe what people would consider so bad they're good, but I was just like, okay, engaging, fun, and yeah, I was just enjoying it. I enjoyed these types of movies, and I continue to this day. There's a few that I've actually found not minded that I've done for the channel. There's there's what's the one with Kathleen Robertson? Time of Death. That was an okay one from Canada. Nothing like mind blowing. Mad Mom was pretty funny. Um, I think it was kind of supposed to be because there were many moments where I was like, this has to be supposed to be funny. There's Nightmare Nurse from Craig Moss, the director of the Badass movies, which I enjoy those a lot more, but still, it was interesting, fun, whatever. I didn't see the twist coming. Um, but yeah, I enjoy these types of TV movies where they're like, okay, we're going to give people watching TV something exclusive. And there are many TV movies that have a lot of impressive shit in them. Would I say this one is impressive in a lot of ways? No, but I I would say this is a movie where if these performances weren't like they were in this film, I'd probably give it like a high 6, low 7. Because again, this mystery isn't insanely great. I think the acting is what makes it really come together. Because I've never seen Jasivia Leslie or Hasivia or Pascal Hutton in anything. Apparently, Pascal Hutton is known for some show in Canada. I don't know about Hasivia or Jasivia, but even then, like, they work. They work together. They have decent enough chemistry. I buy them coming together, even given the weird relationship that they must have. And yeah, like, nothing that they did seemed like so unrealistic that to the point where it took me out of the story. It just mostly I was like, okay, I'm having fun watching these characters discover these things, and I was like, okay, the ending is kind of fun. Now, one thing I will say, there is a bit of a weird plot point where the mistress characters like, she says like one of her old boyfriends was Mossad, former Mossad, and he left like a bunch of spy gadgets at her house. She has a flashbang. She has like wiretap things, like literal microphones for like listening into what people are saying. And I'm like, that is very convenient. There's definitely a lot of that shit, but the most likely late 30s, early 40s moms that watch a lot of these types of movies will probably just be like, okay, that's fun. And I kind of agree there. With a movie like this, you're not exactly expecting like 100% realism. Again, it's a thriller. It's a Lifetime-esque thriller from a guy who literally directed mostly Hallmark movies, and one outlier, which is Stargate Continuum. This movie. The only thing I know about this movie is that 2 crew members died, like froze to death. I don't remember how they froze to death, but they did film this in like the Arctic, and I just know that part of it. Um, but yeah, the director of a movie where 2 people died, I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm just saying it's weird that out of all of the things, the thing that stands out is a Stargate movie. Which I'm thinking about watching Stargate SG-1. I don't know. I need to watch the original movie first again. But I don't know. Might be fun. But anyways, this film, it's not, again, it's nothing super new plot-wise or, excuse me, in how it um, presents the story. It's mostly just a competently made, again, decently well acted and fun thriller. It has some moments that are kind of, in some people's words, trashy. There is kind of a throwaway explanation for why the mistress character is able to shoot, and I will say I didn't 100% believe it, because when she's shooting the gun at the guy, she's like moving her hand everywhere, but she does say like, I guess he didn't teach me that well because I was aiming for their heads, but whatever. I thought she was on purpose missing. But yeah, like legitimately decent production values here. Nothing here seemed like super cheap. Even the hospital rooms that they went to, or the pretty much every set looks pretty good. The office building, the house is very gorgeous. It's a shame that it gets wrecked. And the mistress character has like a loft that I was actually like, you know what, I would live here. This place looks sick. It's pretty roomy too. I don't think this could be in New York. It's way too roomy to be New York. For somebody who works as a bartender, I'm like, you're pushing it, movie. But yeah. Are there things that I would say could be changed about this? Yes, the story could have added a few more twists and turns, um, to be a bit more interesting on that front. Um, I didn't really notice any bad, like, I would be surprised if there was any CG in this. It looked like they were shooting blanks with the guns, but they probably weren't. I don't know. I don't know how good of a I don't know how that works nowadays. There are certain actors, I think, in certain states where they don't allow blanks or some shit. I don't know. But it's it's kind of hard to find bad things to say about this, because a lot of the things that people would say are bad about a lot of Lifetime movies, I'm more like, well, it's a Lifetime movie. That's going to happen. But it's not a Lifetime movie. It's just a movie that's very similar to Lifetime movies. And even then, I didn't notice them like when people got shot, there wasn't like blood or anything that I noticed, and there wasn't like a ton of swearing. So I guess this was probably made with the hopes that they'd get syndication rights or something to show it on Lifetime in 2023, which good on you. But yeah, it's a fun thriller that's undemanding. It's nothing amazing, but it still gets the job done. And again, if you're bored on a random day, then you'll throw this on and you'll have some kind of thrillery fun, mystery movie fun. That's about all I can say. But yeah, that was my review of Double Life. If you've seen the film, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. If you have any recommendations, put them down there as well. And Movie Reviewer Next Door, out.